Why does that work? Good evening, everybody, by the way. How are we all? Just let me just sort this button out. Oh, that's maybe why I wouldn't do it, because there's a new... It's Photoshop. There's a new button, so that'll be there. No, it's still not letting me do that. That's frustrating. Good evening, Simon. How are you? Well, isn't that annoying? That's unlike... unlike this to be annoying. Good stuff, Simon. Hiya, Serge. How are you? You're probably in the middle of an advert now, Serge. So, Simon. So. I was on the verge of not streaming tonight because I was like, don't know if I'm feeling up to it. Been one of those weeks. Yeah. So I didn't do my pre normal stream on TikTok like I have been doing for the last few weeks. I just couldn't face it. So I was like, on this, do I go ahead? But I thought yes, because I did actually take some images last week, which I thought were potentially all right. So that's what we're going to do tonight. But yeah, forgive me if I'm not my jovial self, and if it's a shorter one than normal. It's one of them weeks. I think it's because I'm getting worked up and prepped for going away next week. I think that's what it is. I don't do travel. I don't do travel very. I mean, it's only to the bottom end of the country, which is a long way for me. But I'm always I'm already on edge. So that's not so good. But how is everybody else? The other names that are watching but are not partaking in chat. I can see you here. But yeah. So that's what we'll... If you read the description of the video, I met up with Paul Thompson the other day. Was it last Wednesday, maybe? Last Thursday? I can't bloody remember. Let me see. The 11th. Yeah, it must have been last Wednesday. Good to see him. So went out and shot some images, which is always good. Always a relief. And like the week before, I'd been chasing, I'd been to Alnwick Castle like 3 times in 3 days, and got like no light, or like 30 seconds worth of light. Thankfully, we got some light this time. And actually, all Twitch feed is dead. Why is the Twitch feed dead? Why is that gone off? It shouldn't be, Serge. What is going on? It says the bitrate's too high, but it says that every week. It should be on. It'll not knock me off if I refresh that, will it? Try refreshing it, Serge. Thanks, Simon. Yes, I've just refreshed the Twitch stream. Not well, like the viewer, and it's working. So I don't know, Serge. Okay. Yes, I don't know whether it's just a little bit temperamental. So, anyways, back to the everything. You can tell I'm not into it tonight. Yeah, so went out with Paul. He shot a video, so you can find his video online. He'll be easy to find. I think in the YouTube description of the video, I tagged him in the description, but not the video. So go find. You did just visit his YouTube. You'll find the video, and I do put an appearance in. So you will find me from about the 9-minute mark onwards. So if you want to skip everything else, just 9 minutes, and then skip again till about the last 6. If you want to maximize your time with me on there. But yeah, make sure you watch adverts when you're on there to support Paul as well. So that's that. So that's where tonight's data is coming from. Is from that shoot, and we did get light. And when I was actually taking the images, some of them I thought these might actually work, which is surprising for me because I was going to say I hate this castle. I don't hate the castle. It's just quite hard to get decent images of. And for all we did get light, it did go pretty quickly. So, it did go. This castle needs to be shot in the middle of summer at dawn, because that's the only time the sun actually shines on it. When you get into this time of night, then it's getting pretty far around the corner. So you need to be there early for that. Thank you very much, Valdez. Much appreciate that comment. Yeah. And that's the kind of thing we're going to make tonight as well, Valdez. Hopefully. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. You just never quite know tonight with this. So we have some data to play with tonight, and a few which look kind of hopeful. So we'll see what we get. Anyways, right. Update. I don't know if there's anybody here that's going to affect, or whether they'll be catching up later on or whatever. Because I'm away back end of next week, it'll not be our normal community chat on next Friday. I'll bring it forward to this Friday, I think, because obviously I'm away to Brighton next weekend, so I'll not be able to do that on a Friday night because I'll be having a few drinks. So I'll be bringing the nighttime in the tavern this Friday. So normal time, but it'll be this Friday instead of next Friday, as the usual last Friday of the month. It'll be this coming Friday, if I remember. Other than that, remember the zines. The zines are still available, full of normal photography. I'm saying full of normal photography. It has some normal photography in it. That kind of thing. A little bit different to my usual style. Having just sold it to Valdez and in Twitch there. Images like that. Worth every penny for £7.50. What else have I got to it? If anybody is in the south of England, I am also, because I'm going to be in Brighton next weekend, I have some places for some tuition on the Sunday. So there's a page on the website explaining it. If you go to my Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram stories, the link is there. If you're in the south of England and interested in that, get in touch soon as, because they may go quickly. And they're only available because of cancellations as well, so definitely get in quickly if you can. Right, I think that's all the flogging I need to do tonight. Let's power through, because like I said, Not feeling that great. So let's get on to the next thing. So I'm going to start near the start of the shoot that me and Paul shot from the bridge overlooking the castle. So this was the actual scene. As you can see, the late sun is only really hitting the ends of these buildings, so everything else can get into darkness pretty quickly. So we will go have a look through some of these images. And I did take quite a few, because there's a few like these ones later on when I went down onto by the river, and I think we'll probably work on these next week. I think some of these looked pretty good and should be good to work with. So looking forward to that. But we're gonna go play with some of these ones from the bridge. Which one of the issues might be is this the wall of the bridge right in front of us. Could be a problem, but we'll see. Good God. Anyhow, excuse me, gonna sneeze. I hope you weren't wearing earphones there, anybody. All right, so we're going to put some of these together, hopefully. I'm just going to pick a few out. And one, please. Thank you. Put that on there so I can see what's going on. What the... Will you let me set the rating? Not start zooming in too much. Yeah, I thought so. I'll use that one because I used it in the thumbnail. So that's 4. I think we'll use this one because it's this one. There's a few that was quite nicely detailed. I'm sure. Oh, yeah, we missed it. We'll go with that one because it's got this light area here, which could be a good contrast. Right, so let's rate it. We've got these 5. Develop module. Let's get this cleaned up. Remove these dust spots. Because there's a few of them around. There's quite a bit of it around Valdez. I'm saying there's quite a bit of it around it. It is niche, but there is a sizable community out there doing it, and there's some good groups on YouTube and on Facebook and places like that. But within this niche, then there's a lot of leeway because of the kind of creative style that it is. You know, you can apply it to like nearly any type of photography. I do a lot of post-processing, whereas others don't. I'll do a lot of image blending, whereas some people will only, you know, publish like a single frame that they've taken. But I do like a lot of layer blending and all that kind of thing. So I take the whole thing quite a bit further than a lot of people. But there's something there for everybody within it. I'm just maybe one of the more extreme examples. So, but there's that's you can do it as simply or as complicated as you wish. But there's loads and loads of examples out there. It just takes a bit of finding, knowing where to look. Right, basic. Warm that up. It play with shutter speed. I mean, obviously, I recommend using an ND filter to give you that time to move the camera. But pretty much, as long as you can control the camera manually, as long as it's got manual settings, because it'll if you do it on any type of auto settings, whether it's aperture or shutter priority or whatever, the camera will try to think it's best. But because if you're moving the camera in an extreme way, then the camera can't compensate for that, adjusting settings. So you need to control it manually, in my experience anyway. And I've only been doing it for like 14 years, so hopefully I know better than some of the cameras. Yeah, but it's a good freeing and controlling, not controlling, a freeing creative style of photography, I think. It just makes it exciting, because otherwise photography can be pretty dull. Let's see, a bit of contrast there. Blue highlights a little bit. Guessing that's the combine going past. Must be. Getting me noisy outside. Traffic's horrendous. Harvest time. Combines going past the door. Let's go with that. Okay, so I did the dust spots, didn't I? Right. Okay, so I'm going to drop the clarity just a touch. Actually, I probably want to knock the blue back a bit. Let's, yeah. Maybe it's actually gonna warm that. Yeah. Go a little bit more on the yellow. That goes right. Lord, it's quiet. Where's everybody's delight? It's very quiet. No worries at all, Valdez. Good to meet you. What was that? Oh, Valdez is just following. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. I'm like, what's that noise? I don't know if you guys heard it as well. It shows you how many followers I get when, like, what's that? Right, let's sync these settings. Yeah, let's does layers in Photoshop. Let's wait for them to load in. So how are you, Serge, anyway? How's you? Are you doing all right? You been doing any photography? go out on Discord, did it? I'm sure it did, yes it did. There's just nobody here. Somebody's joined the Discord. Yeah. Right, have we loaded? Not quite. Nearly there. One load in. Screen, yeah. Oh, hold on. I never loaded Tickfinity, did I? Not that that's going to make any difference. Get that up there. Yeah, there we go. Right, that's in position. Remember. Right, okay, so back to it. And instantly, people are viewing. TikTok's weird. I'll leave it on there so I can see what's going on. Right, so I'll drop these into a stack. Come on. If Photoshop's going to start playing up, I'm just going to end it. Because it was a pain in the arse last few weeks. This could end up being like the Durham Cathedral one I did. That'll make me quite alright. I think I might have added the sharper images to it. I might not make it so good though. Okay. So if I go we'll multiply and then let's just set these all the way. What the fuck is going on? Okay, let's get these lined up. I want to change the blend modes, something that might suit. I'm always disappointed. I'm always disappointed. Might just put it to soft light, drop the opacity on some, and call it a day. Soft light, if I... Do you need the soft... Oh, actually taking that bottom layer out has made it quite a bit nicer. I could reduce the strength of this layer by a chunk, like so. Bring that. It's starting to be laggy again. Why is it being laggy? I wonder what makes it lag. And there's been updates to Photoshop this week as well, or last week, and they haven't fixed it. Wonder what's causing it. Hopefully it's nothing my end. Hopefully it's got nothing to do with me streaming to 3 locations. Right. Kind of need to do something with that. If I take all those layers off, how light does it get? So as soon as I add that one, and that's where it gets darker. So it's kind of... Hiya, Don. How are you doing? I go mask it. No, that's the wrong way around. That away. I mask that way. Bring this in. And this top one, let's do a big mask over there. Copy the mask to that one. Gives it a bit of balance. Lovely. I'm alright, Don. I nearly didn't stream the night. I was a bit... not quite feeling it. But I'm here. So it might be a short one. We might just power through and like, right, okay, that's it. It might be like that. Right, okay, the left-hand side. So it's going to be... So which... Be a few layers making that end, is there? God damn it, man. Yeah, soften that left-hand side. We've got the tree on the left-hand side as well, so we've got a bit of framing, which is good. And then the rest of it could just be cropped out. Like so. And a little bit more, because that didn't quite take it all in. There we go. There we go. Right, okay, so if I make a new layer. I was going to make a... No, I need an adjustment layer, man, Andy. You plonker. Curves? Yeah, maybe. Open that end. Flatter at this end by a little bit. That by there. So what are you up to then, Don? How was your D&D stuff at the weekend? Okay, so if I go saturation. In person. Interesting. That's like old school stuff. Good evening, Paul. How are you? Did you see the tag? These fucking blues. What did you blink at? Hey, Lobes, how are you? Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you for ages. Because I keep on getting notifications after I go to bed. You didn't. I tagged you in the description of the live, Paul. Oh well, so much for tagging stuff on YouTube. Obviously doesn't work. Good afternoon, Jerry. How are you? But yeah, working on funnily enough, Lobes, we are working on another castle. Shock horror around here that Andy is working on a castle image. So, no worries, Paul. No worries. I know it's very surprising, isn't it, Lopez? Awesome, Jerry. Awesome. I'm glad you are. How has summer been over in the US? Has it been I'd imagine it's been a stifling one where you are in the middle there. It felt like it was boiling today and it was about 17 degrees here. So strong sunshine felt extremely strong today. They're coming down already a little bit. Nice. Have you got a storm coming this week or something, a little bit? Did I see on my American weather YouTube channel? It keeps on popping up all the time. It was one of the Carolinas anyway. I'm sure. Right, is this fine? I think maybe. I don't know. Probably. Is it good enough? I don't know. Part of it might work. It's slightly orange. I'm sure it'll work out. The usual thing. Let's do Analog Effects Pro. Beach weather, exactly. Exactly. Like I said today, boiling hot when you're out in the sun. When I was out at lunchtime, too hot. And I think it was about 17 degrees, like I said. So. Watercolor. Exposure balance is a little bit strong one way. I did flatten the noise out, didn't I? That just looks noisy to my eyes. Turn the brightness down. Making it go, oh no, that needs to go warm. Needs to be warm. I don't think this one's actually going to work. Well, in this iteration anyway. We need more. We need more color. I'm not sure that's the right. Well, actually, that. We'll make that bigger. No, that's as much as it'll go. If we turn that on its arse. It's not like that. We could be more manipulative. There's silver linings to everything, Lubis. Silver linings to everything. Let's have that, and then just have that as a square crop for the time being. Well, that'll maybe just work as a square crop. just got enough of the important bits in. Do we have vignette in this? Oh yeah, we do, don't we? Where's the vignette? There we go. Don't close it down. It's already quite strong. Well, we're square cropping it. Will not really matter too much. Okay, where's the DL extra? If I bring the brightness down a bit, contrast up a bit. Colour down a bit as well. I can't see past my microphone. No worries at all, Serge. Have a good one. Hope you feel better. I feel the same. Take care of yourself, Serge. Hopefully we'll maybe see you Friday, if you're alright. Right, okay, that's that one. So that's one edit. There we are. Apply. Let's come back and do another one. Yeah, so when we get back into Lightroom, we'll just square crop around there. Right, let's hide that one, and then let's go back into... I did press the right button there, didn't I? Yes. You too, Serge. Feel better soon, sir. Right, let's scroll down the settings a bit. We go to... Jeez. Quite green though, that's the only thing. That might work. Okay, so... adjust some of these curves before we get going with the second exposure. Start moving this around. See, the colours are quite strong there. I think it's maybe a bit too strong. I think it might work better. It might be a single composition type of image, no matter what I do. I always kind of hope for something revolutionary out of these edits, and then it just doesn't happen. Very demoralizing. Everything's so demoralizing these days. Side there. You get it further along here. Could I go a bit like that? So I increase that exposure or drop that a lot. Yeah, that looks alright actually. There's the lens vignette. It's there. Actually, having that up there is pretty good because it doesn't show off the greens and the blues too much. Really don't like greens and blues. Push that a little bit further. I think it does work better there. Right, detail extractor. Let's play with that a little bit. Sometimes I like a bit of that, but I'm trying to be mellow. I'm trying to be soft. Trying not to be a brooding misery. Which is easier said than done. Right, okay, so if I... What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? This is quite dark, isn't it? If I turn that off, we can go darker. We can do it. It does look. It does get pretty crunchy pretty quickly on there when you utilize that bit, Paul. Which is I try to avoid it. There's gonna be too much yellow here, isn't there? I undo that, undo that, undo that. Go back to that. So it's softer and flatter, and yeah, if I play with the faded, it's not doing a lot, is it? Back there. Yeah, it's depends what you define by ages a little bit. I mean, this is version 7. There's been a few decent changes in it, or improvements. But generally, it's pretty much the same software as it was a long time ago. Right. I think you're right on the cusp of if you wanted to upgrade again in the future, you'd have to buy the full version. I think the oldest one you can upgrade from now is version 5. Added a little bit more texture in there with using the contrast. I know, is that looking all right? Okay, let's apply that. Come on, Speedy. Right, let's get down the bottom here of these lists. See if there's anything with a bit of I'm thinking. Hold up, you. That one, this one. again, it's a because the keep on the castle is so strong. Again, it's one of these long castles. It can be quite frustrating. Lens vignette, we haven't got one. Let's make it smaller. Let's make this over here. So again, we're going for a second expo, like another square crop with just a bit more, another soft kind of look to it. We can do it like that. Right, let's apply that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to layer in a stronger red because there's still lots of green and blue in there, which is causing havoc. I put a new layer. Loving the delay on all the stuff. Where's the bean bucket tool? It's under there, isn't it? Yeah, so that should have taken a bit of the blue and the green out. So it might give us a few more subtle options on these presets. Maybe it's not massive changes, but because we're still stuck with the same composition. Just kind of hoping for nicer tones. Let me look at these ones before. God, that's terrible. Too strong. Turn that the right way around. See, one of the issues here is these really strong, like this bit here and this bit here. They're very, very strong. And that comes from my mistake of shooting it in the field. Is that I would have been better off looking over these. And not having them in frame. Would make it easier. This is one of them things you do have to think about. I'm not happy. We'll try that. It's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it dark because all the others have been quite light. Outbreak coming. Well, Surge isn't here, so we'll be all right. Let's go with that. Let's leave it like that. Okay, let's apply that. Finish my tea. Okay. Right. Right. I'm just gonna delete all this construction data. This is not doing anything. I'm not gonna use it again. So we've got 4 finished versions, just for the hell of it. I'm gonna do what I usually do and layer them on top of each other. See what wonderful things we might get if we get any inspiration from doing that. Often we don't. Sometimes we do, though. It's usually when you get into these ones, but they're just not there either. Nope, they're all rubbish. Right, so I'm just going to save these ones individually. To save. At least it should be quick-ish. Seems I got rid of all the data. Actually, I can just file. No, I need to save as, you fool. Under you plonker. Save as. Two. Right. It's weird how his Photoshop's laggy as hell. Because it's like OBS isn't missing any frames or anything. Whereas usually OBS is the first one to falter. There must be a Photoshop issue. Well, come on. Just do it. Why stop asking me? Alright, close that. Might get some bloody memory back now. Right, we're in the Lightroom again. This is going to be bloody slow now. Come on! It's a rating 3. Okay, so we want some square crops for these, obviously. This one especially. Let's actually make a virtual copy. Nice little square for that one. Let's go 16 by 9 for this. It'll do nicely for a wallpaper. Almost. It'll soon be that time again where I'll dish out free wallpapers. So, yeah, all right, this one's maybe got a couple of options. So I'll go 10s. 5x4 there. It's a strong subject. There's not much more can be said than that. 16 by 9s, yeah, I'll do that. Excuse me. And again, square crop. Like so. Let's make a copy. That way on. So I think this one would be all right. This part as the subject, but it's got this. It's not even a gate. It's the hole in the wall where you shelter in, isn't it? Yeah, it's a turrety thing. So if that wasn't there, so I wonder if AI generative remove would work with that. Let's make a copy. This is just for experimentation. How do you do it again? How do you do it in Lightroom? It's been that long since. Oh, it's this thing, isn't it? Remove, and that's where you get the generative AI thing. Well, we don't need that black and white stuff on. We need to make that bigger. Do that, and then we do that one. Let's see how bad this is for a laugh. Apply. We'll see how this does. Because we've had some fun with this before. It is, Paul, yeah. Obviously the sun catching it at that angle. The rest of it's in shadow. But the two outside bits are very much catching the light. That didn't do too bad a job, actually. I'm going to have to stop calling it as being totally rubbish. That's all right. There's no apparent joins or lines or anything there. Hey, these things might be all right after all. We love a bit of AI. God. Yeah. Anyways, right. So removing that, has it made it better? Kind of, maybe. I don't know. Certainly the eye doesn't pull away from that so much. So that's pretty good. No, I don't like that one at all now. Just having that hazy look over the top of there. That one's not. See, for me, this one's pretty classical. Quite like it. Why did that do that? Jesus. Okay, right. Okay. So, can we do the same for this one? Let's do the same for this one. Let's not zoom in so far. This button, generative AI. Let's get to it in here. So, let's get rid of this one here, like that. Maybe it's just come across right across. Let's just fill that in and see what it does. A little bit of experimentation. So I must admit, I always keep on forgetting that we've got all this AI generative stuff. It's nearly passable. It's done a pretty good job of sweetening, you know what I mean. Told you the other day I couldn't talk. Hiya, Freddy. So if I create a virtual copy, that's what I was wanting. That's what I was wanting, and then I want to reset it. Get that back. There we are. That. So if I go to library, yeah. To be honest, you can get away with it, can't you? It's good. It's good enough to get away with. So I still quite like that. Maybe do the same for this one. So you're going to do the two sides of the one, that one, instead of it being an entire block. It does do a good job. Mate, it spoke too soon there, though. Not such a good job. Right, let's try that again. Let's go the full area like so. And then it'll probably blend the two lots together. There you are. Let's try it again. And I think we'll call it. Right. So it's not too bad, I suppose. Up to that. It's good, to be honest. For this size of stuff, it's good enough. It's good enough. Not particularly keen on this black splodge here, but hey ho. Beggars can't be choosers and all that. It's not too bad. Yeah, I really don't like this edit now. Excuse me. You can see it's the alcove there. Nice. Anyways, well, that was an uneventful stream. We got a few images. We played with some generative fill, generative replacement, whatever, or removal or whatever the hell they want to call it. There's a couple of edits I don't mind in there. Hopefully next week, we'll go through some of the other images, which I think are going to be better. If we scroll along to this kind of stuff, I'm hopeful that some of this will work together nicely. Maybe it's not these ones, but this one, because we've got a little bit of detail in the reeds there. We've got a little bit of reflection. We've got the outlines, and it's very soft. So hopefully that's going to work together. Yeah, obviously it's very blue at the minute, but you know, we can work on that. I'm hoping we'll get something out of these, because at the time they look pretty decent. They look pretty decent, promising to work from. Now that I've just had a quick scroll through there, maybe it's less so. But hey, we'll give anything a go. Certainly that one's pretty good. That's probably the one I looked at on the back of the camera. I thought, ooh, got excited. Now that I see that there's nothing to go with it. So yeah, it's tricky to work with this castle. It's not the easiest. So I still think I'm not fully happy with my images of here. I don't think I've ever made anything of here that I'm totally happy with. So I think it's always going to be one of them places it's just a bit too hard to work. So, right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out this evening. Sorry it's been a bit of a short one. We will be back next week on Tuesday. There might not be one the week after. We'll see, because I'll have been away for the weekend and I'll have loads of catching up to do and stuff. But remember, if you're part of the Red Knights, then it is our community chat this Friday, brought forward from next Friday. So hopefully you'll be around for that if you're part of it. Is there anything else? No, that's probably about it. Other live streams this week. Obviously, usually streaming gaming and stuff on TikTok. I will be live on TikTok hopefully tomorrow and Thursday. Maybe it's a bit of Friday. We'll see. So that might be all of that this week. We'll see how things go. But if you are not following, remember to follow me and have the notifications turned on. And if you want to know what's going on, join the Discord. There's links below. Oh, depending where you are, there's links somewhere for you to find everything. But I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. If I don't see you again this week, hopefully I'll see some of you on Friday. And until the next one, keep hard. See yous.